What's up everybody, David here, and today we're going to be checking out Top Shelf Drums by 3 Sigma Audio. Top Shelf Drums is the drum library consisting of 12 kick drums, 24 snares, 32 toms, 12 cymbals, and 7 other percussion instruments. I've had my eye on Top Shelf Drums for quite a while now, and the guys over at 3 Sigma Audio were very kind to provide me with a copy to check out, so today we're going to see how it stacks up. Let's check it out. Alright, now let's check out all the different drum kits that come inside of Top Shelf Drums. Alright, so now what we're going to do is jump into the DAW to get a little more in-depth look at Top Shelf Drums and just check out the overall customization that comes with the samples. Let's do it. So Top Shelf Drums is available through Kontakt, Trigger, and as you can see here, the free Perfect Drums player. So today we're going to be looking at it through the Perfect Drums player, and I just want to show you a little more in depth of what these samples sound like and what you can really do with them. So I already have all of my samples loaded, everything is ready to go, my cymbals, my shells, everything is good to go, but what I mainly want to show you is in the mixer. So we're just going to use the kick as the example. You have your direct mic, which is going to be the raw microphone, the raw unprocessed signal. Then you have the overhead, which decides how much of the kick is in the overhead mics. You have the room, which is the volume of the kick in the room. And then you also have an effects channel at the bottom, which is going to be a process signal that is phase aligned. So you can actually combine that with the unprocessed kick drum. So let's solo the kick and see what we can do here. Now let's move to the snare. That room sound actually sounds really good. I really love what that's doing on the snare. So now, just because I mentioned the overheads, let's go to the overhead channel and see what all the drums sound like included in the overheads. Now let's see what the room sounds like. So in the room, there's not going to be any cymbals. It is just the kick, the snare, and the toms. Now keep in mind, you're also able to dial in the volume of all of the cymbals. So you have your crashes right here, then on the 9 through 16 channels, you have your hi-hat, china, ride, splash, so you can really dial in how loud all the cymbals are in the overhead track. So what we're gonna do now is let's just listen to all the drums together and see what it sounds like. So that's it, guys. Right out of the box, Top Shelf Drums actually sounds really good, and they give you a lot of control over dialing in your sound. And I gotta say, I'm actually really impressed with the room sounds on these. I think they sound awesome. As far as getting Top Shelf Drums set up inside of Perfect Drums, it is very easy to do. However, if you need a little more help, I will put some links to a video in the description below on the 3 Sigma Audio channel that is very detailed and it shows you how to get set up in Perfect Drums. It's very easy, but just in case you need a little more, check out that video for some more help. Alright, so we've heard multiple examples of Top Shelf Drums, and we've seen a little bit of it in the DAW, seen it in action, so I guess this is a point where I tell you guys what I thought of Top Shelf Drums. I'm actually really impressed with everything in Top Shelf Drums, and I'm really enjoying them, and that's for a few different reasons. First is all the different formats it comes in. So it comes in Trigger, Kontakt, and Perfect Drums. And the Perfect Drums especially is really cool because if you don't own Trigger or Kontakt, you can still use the samples in the free Perfect Drums player, which is awesome. Next is the variety of the kit. So you actually get multiple versions of each kit, multiple versions of some snares. So there's a lot of different stuff to choose from. And I was also really impressed that the shells were in the overhead mics. I guess I kind of assumed with this sample pack the overheads would just be the cymbals, so it was a nice touch having the shells audible in the overheads because I personally really like the snare in overheads, so I was just really happy to see that attention to detail. I also just thought the cymbals sounded really good, but one thing I want to mention while we're on the topic of cymbals is that Top Shelf Drums is currently in the soft release stage. What that means is that you can still go out and buy Top Shelf Drums. It is available for purchase. However, 3 Sigma Audio is still improving and still redoing a lot of their samples. Perfect example is the cymbals. Right now the cymbals have 4 to 5 round robin samples, but they are now reworking them and redoing them to include 8 samples. And once that update is put out, if you already own that cymbal pack, you're going to get that update for free. Same thing goes with any shells. If they update something and you already own it, you get that update at no charge. And the last thing I really love about Top Shelf Drums is their pricing. Their pricing is really smart. So once again, the whole Top Shelf Drums pack is 12 kicks, 24 snares, 32 toms, 12 cymbals, and 7 other pieces of percussion. You can get that whole pack for only 75 bucks. But wait, there's more. Let's say you don't want the entire pack of drums. You maybe just like a single snare drum. You can grab that snare for 5 bucks. Any individual kit pieces like a snare or a kick drum are only $5. And maybe you like the whole Cali kit. Maybe you want the kick, the snare, and the toms. That's only $10. Maybe you want a pack of cymbals. That's only 15 bucks. So if you don't want to buy the whole pack, you can buy each kit piece individually on its own. You're not forced to buy the whole thing. If you just want 1 sample or 2 samples, you can buy them as you see fit. But of course, if you want to save money, if you plan on buying all of them, you should buy the bundle because that's of course going to be cheaper. Overall, the pricing is really cool. You only have to buy only what you want, so you can work within any budget, and everything is just really affordable, which is really cool to see. And on their website, they even have a bunch of freebies you could try out. So there's a snare sample, there's a sub kick, there's some claps. There's a bunch of cool stuff you could just download for free just to try out. Now to the things I didn't like about Top Shelf Drums. And honestly, there's not much. And I'm not just saying that because they gave me the samples. I actually really liked Top Shelf Drums. If I had to pick anything, some of the snares were kind of hit or miss for me. Other than that, honestly, I really like these samples. So overall, I really like Top Shelf Drums. I think it's great as a standalone drum solution. I also think it's great for sample replacement. There's a ton of uses for this, and it's definitely something that I think you guys should go check out. But now, I want to know your thoughts. What do you guys think of Top Shelf Drums? Do you love them? Do you hate them? Are you going to buy them? Whatever it is, let me know down in the comments below. And on that note, I want to take a second to thank 3 Sigma Audio for letting me check out their samples. It was a lot of fun. And if you guys want any more information on Top Shelf drums, I will put a link in the description below. And actually, while you're there, feel free to poke around. They don't just sell drum samples. They have impulses, bass impulses, acoustic impulses. There's a ton of stuff on their website, so poke around and there's probably something else in there that you're gonna like. So of course guys, do not forget to like and subscribe. There are new videos every single week and you don't want to miss any content. Once again, thank you so much for watching. My name is David and I will see you guys next time.